Introducing your 2011 AAA Blues. Defenseman. Number 2, Patrick Komodowski. Defenseman. Number 7, Hutch Rubis. Forward. Number 9, Tyson Boyer. Defenseman. Number 10, John Peterson. Defenseman. Number 11, Malachi Smith. Defenseman. Number 12, Linus Brooks. Forward. Number 13, Brandon Bauer. Forward. Number 16, Braden Harris. Forward. Number 17, Jackson Giorgio. Defenseman. Number 19, Emerson Minimin. Forward. Number 21, Mason Blanchard. Forward. Number 27, Grant Fugner. Forward. Number 29, Ian Bowers. Goalie. Number 30, Max Stutzer. Goalie. Number 31, Luke Scanapieko. Forward. Number 66, Braden Schneider. Forward. Number 85, Gordon Crowley. Forward. Number 88, Luke Wessel. Forward. Number 91, Jonathan Zilm. Forward. Number 93, Ben Spatansky.
Okay, let's go.
Good afternoon. We are live for the next season for your 2011 AAA Blues. Today we have our first preseason game versus the Affton Americans 15U team. Quite a few changes on the Blues this year. We have three new players, and actually three new skaters and a new goalie. Couple players have changed positions, so we've got some new lineups to share today, which will be exciting. And with that, we are going to jump right into it. Blues are going to send out the new Giorgio line with Braden Harris on one wing, Johnny Zilm on the other. A new defensive pairing this year is Komodowski and Malachi Smith. And of course, we have Max Stutzer playing in goal for the Blues to start this game. Not sure if they'll split being a practice game, but we'll see. Giorgio battles along the boards. He pushes it to Komodowski. Komodowski shoots it towards the net. It gets kicked away by an Affton player. Affton turns it around. They turn it over to Komodowski. He takes a hit, keeps it center ice. Affton comes away with it, and they push it back into the blue zone. Affton squirts it behind the Blues net. Giorgio picks it up. He hits Harris on the sideboards. Puck rips on him. Giorgio goes to send it far side to Zilm. It's turned back over to Affton. Affton coming back out. They're going to dump it in, and they're going to go for a change. Malachi goes to the far corner, hits his man. Komodowski comes away with the puck. He goes far side to Wessel. Wessel makes a move around his guy. Gets a puck to Boyer, and Blues goal. So Blues score the first goal of this game, 53 seconds in, on a beautiful pass by Wessel, and that is put in by Tyson Boyer. So Blues up 1-0. Affton comes away with that face-off. They tip it up to the sideboards. They're going to chip it around Brooks. Brooks holds it on the sideboards. He gets some help from the other winger, Boyer. This is another new line we have here. We've got Spatansky playing with Wessel and Tyson Boyer. Defensive pair is Brooks and Miniman. Wessel fights for a puck in the neutral zone, comes away with it. He chips it around his man, goes high off the glass. Wessel chips it behind. He goes for a change. Schneider fresh on the ice, forechecking. Caused a turnover. Fugner comes away with it. Another one of our new players this year. So on this line, we have Schneider centering Fugner and Ian Bowers. And the Blues are going to be offsides on that play. Fugner takes a hit right at the whistle. He gets up, no harm done. Face off, won by Schneider. He gets it to Bowers. Bowers gets it around a man. It gets knocked off his stick. Bowers in on the forecheck. Schneider on the sideboards. He goes down deep to help, hits his man, knocks him down. Puck still held in the corner. Bowers and Schneider both fighting for it. Schneider keeping it in his feet. Puck squirts up to the sideboards. Here comes Affton 3-on-3 through the neutral zone. They cross the line. Fugner on a good back check, pushed into the corner. Rubis, who is playing with Brooks now, pushes it behind the net. Brooks grabs it. He goes up the boards for Fugner. Fugner tries to hit Schneider. He's got a man on him, tips and goes back to the Affton defenseman. Affton turns around the neutral zone. Good step up by Brooks, keeps it in. Fugner's able to get back on side. Blues, 3 forwards and a defenseman change. We now have the Blanchard, Crowley, and Bauer line. So 2 new players on this line, Gordon Crowley and Brandon Bauer, playing alongside Mason. That puck goes far side to Bauer. Bauer tries to cut to the middle. Puck squirts to, looked like that was Komodowski. Komodowski goes far side to Rubis. Rubis goes to Brandon Bauer. He crosses into the Affton zone. He takes a shot just wide, goes all the way around to Malachi far side. Malachi shoot and a tip in by Brandon Bauer for the Blues' second goal of the game. So Blues go up by 2, 13:01 left here in the first period, with a goal by Brandon Bauer after a really good pass by, I believe that was Rubis, or Komodowski. Blues win that face-off. Crowley gives it to Malachi. Malachi pushes it back forward. Blues chip it into the zone. Brandon Bauer in on the forecheck. Puck is given over to Blanchard. Blanchard tries to hit Bauer, who is cutting towards the net. It's just out of his reach. Affton gets it. Good seam pass, and it's a one-on-one coming back. The puck's going to go all the way into the corner. Malachi Smith knocks his guy off the puck. Brandon Bauer tries to hold the puck, or to push the puck out of the zone, excuse me. Affton's able to hold it. They get it, take a long shot, misses the far post. They're going to put it back deep. Tomadoski battles a man behind the net. Malachi Smith goes back. They're able to knock it out. It goes all the way to the point. Good shot on net by Affton. Good save by Stutzer as well. Affton comes away with it. They take a shot, and that is saved by Max again. So we will have a defensive zone face-off to the right of Stutzer with 12:18 left here in the first period. Fresh line comes out. We have Zilm, Giorgio, and Harris. On defense, Tomadoski and Miniman. Or no, I'm sorry, that's, who is that? Peterson and Miniman, sorry. Afton holds the puck in the neutral zone. They push it back in. It gets legged aside by Brooks. He turns. Player lost a stick. Not sure who that is. Oh, it was Giorgio. He picks it up. Affton tries to put it back in, and the puck goes in offsides. Okay, I apologize. That is actually Peterson on defense. He is wearing one of Brooks's jerseys because he does not have his. His new jerseys haven't arrived yet. Blues go in offsides there. No change in personnel. Miniman goes off, and now Brooks and Rubis are on the ice, and that's the real Brooks this time. Blues bring it in. Brooks chips it on net, goes right into the pad of the goalie, and he's going to hold on and take the whistle. Affton sends out a fresh forward unit. Blues will continue with Rubis, Brooks on defense. Giorgio, Zillman, Harris up front. Face off one back to Brooks. Brooks goes across to his partner, Rubis. Rubis takes a shot, hits an Affton player. Harris comes away with it, takes it to the corner. He holds it there. He reverses up the boards just out of Zilm's reach. Big hit by Brooks. He puts his man down, and then the Blues go back in offsides. $11:24 left here in the first period. Your home team Blues up 2-0. Center ice or neutral zone face-off. Won by the Blues again, back to Brooks. Brooks goes to Rubis. Rubis crosses the red line, carries it across the blue line, puts it far side. Harris gets tripped up by the ref. He's able to hold in the zone. Zilm hits his man. The puck goes to Harris again. Zilm comes away with the loose puck behind the net. He trips over the back of the net, goes into the far corner. Giorgio comes away with it. He tries circling, gets knocked off his stick, goes right to Rubis. Rubis back to Harris. Harris puts it behind the net for Zilm. Zilm reverses after taking a hit. Affton tries to put it high, blocked by Harris. Nowhere to go. Affton turns around, goes behind their own net, and they're going to try the other side now. They try to do a cross-ice sauce, hits Harris in the midsection. They're finally able to put it deep. Brooks is going to beat his man to the puck, reverses for Rubis. Rubis has it roll on him. Zilm grabs it, chips it over to Giorgio. Giorgio tries to get it to Harris, tipped again by an Affton player, and the Blues defense are going to retreat into their own zone and look for another out here. Good move by Rubis, goes far side for Boyer. Boyer 2-on-1 with Wessel, takes the shot, just misses far post. Looks like he's going for a pad pass. Affton comes away with it. They try to put it in. Good step up by Smith, blocks the puck. Here comes Boyer back across the blue line, makes a move around the first guy, goes behind the net looking for an open man. Thought he had Smith wide open. An Affton player who had just got on the ice snuck up and lifted his stick. Tomadoski rushes back, picks it up. He goes up the sideboards. Spatansky comes away with it. He gives it to Wessel. Wessel chips it to Boyer. Boyer loses it to Tomadoski. Tomadoski makes a pass over to Boyer. He takes a shot, stick to the corner by the Affton goaltender, and now Malachi Smith pushes it back towards the net. Affton turns, They've got a one-on-one coming the other way. Good back check by Smith. He wipes out trying to take his guy. That's a big boy from Affton. They get the puck. One-timer. Paddle saved by Max. Goes behind the net. Malachi Smith battles another man. Puts him on the ice. Affton comes away with it. Take a shot. Blocked by Smith. Here comes Wessel with the puck. Wessel goes far side for Fugner, who's fresh on the ice. Fugner goes around his man. Puts it behind the net. He's shakes off one player. Takes a hit from another player. Schneider's there to help him out. He comes away with the puck. He goes up the boards to Brooks. Brooks, long shot, tipped in, no goal. Schneider goes for the rebound. Affton clears it. Brooks picks it up. He takes it to the corner. Schneider covers the point. Brooks goes far side. Now Miniman pinches on the other side. He holds it in. Schneider now is covering the other side. Ian Bauer's battling for that one in the corner. Puck squirts over Miniman's stick. He's going to pick it up in the neutral zone. Looking for a spot, hits a pass. Schneider kicks it to Bowers. Bowers is going to cross the line. He's got two men on him. Puck gets knocked off his stick. Schneider hits his man, holds it, can't hold it in the zone though, so he sends it back to Miniman. Miniman goes to Brooks. Brooks back to Schneider. Schneider tips it forward for Bowers, who's fresh. That's Bauer, who's fresh on the ice. Shoots and goal by Bauer. That is his second goal of the game. So Bauer from Schneider to put the Blues up 3-0 with 8:14 left here in the first period. Blues finish their line change. They've got Blanchard coming out. Bowers stays on the ice as he was fresh. Crowley comes out. Brooks and Brooks and Rubis on for defense. Brooks picks it up behind the Blues net. He goes hard around the board for Bauer. Bauer, far side, tries to hit Crowley, tips off his stick. Afton comes away with it. They skate it down to the corner. Crowley sticks checks away from him. Tries to hit Bauer. That puck is picked off by the defenseman, and it goes behind the net. Blanchard back checking behind, tips it to Rubis. Rubis reverses behind the net. He's looking for a pass, gives it to Blanchard. Blanchard hits Crowley on an outlet pass. Here comes Bauer again. He's going to cross the line, steps across, gives it to Crowley. Crowley takes a shot, gets deflected behind the net. All three Blues back there now. They're looking to spread out. Brooks back onto the point. Bauer hits his man. Afton still controls the puck. They reverse. Here's Blanchard. He hits his man and his winger and Crowley. And Blanchard then hits another man, causes a turnover. And Affton takes it right back. And they're going to throw it all the way down in what should be icing, but it's called off. That's okay. Blues get to finish their change. Rubis lead mans the puck to Harris at the red line. He crosses the line. He tries to hit Zilm far side. That puck's deflected by an Affton defenseman. They go D to D behind their own net. They're going to flip it up the boards. Komodowski steps up, big hit, holds the puck in the zone. Giorgio picks up the loose one, tries to hit Komodowski again, and it is deflected out of his reach. Affton pushed it back into the Blues zone. Komodowski takes it behind the net. Affton player all over him, lifts his stick, takes the puck, sends it back to their point. Long shot wide of the net. Harris is going to pick that up on the sideboards, put it back for Smith. Smith, nowhere to go, goes behind the net. Zilm's going to pick it up on the far wing, takes a hit, able to maintain the puck. And Giorgio leads mans it to Harris, and Harris has a one-on-one coming in. Good stick check by Affton ends that danger. Blues pick up the loose puck. Giorgio sends it back to the point. Long shot by Malachi. Gets blocked. Affton comes away with it. They're going to cross out of the zone. And Affton's got 2-on-3 coming back the other way. Harris steps up, hits his man. Puck goes to Komodowski. He's going to circle in his own zone. He comes out, brings it across the blue line, across the red line, crosses the blue line, tries to put it in deep. Affton intercepts, and Affton comes back the other way. Brooks back now, grabs that puck. He pushes it farther behind the net. I'm sorry, that's Peterson, not Brooks. Gives the puck to Wessel. Wessel gives it to Brooks. Back to Wessel again. Komodowski there. Blues unable to maintain control. Goes into the corner for Peterson. Puck bounces on him. Giorgio comes away with it. Hits Boyer, who's fresh on the ice. Boyer touched pass to Komodowski. Komodowski hits Wessel on a seam. Just a little bit of a deflection. But he comes away with it, gets it to Boyer, and just misses. Oh, big hit after the play up high. We'll see if the ref's going to call anything. The Blues are going to have an offensive zone face-off here to the left of the Affton goaltender with 5:19 left in the first period, up by 3 goals. Blues win the face-off. Wessel puts it back into the corner. He takes another hit after the play. Spot comes away with it, gives it to Boyer. Boyer tries to put it across. Deflects, goes to Peterson. Peterson does a circle, stern steps, hits Boyer with the shot, goes into the corner for Spatansky. Spatansky tries to give it back to Boyer. Defenseman for Affton takes it away. Bad pass by them, hits their own player, slow to their departure, and then all they can do is throw it in deep. Max paddles it to the corner for Miniman. Miniman behind the net. That puck's picked off. Right back to Miniman. And another good save by Max. Blues unable to really corral this puck here. And Fugner on the ice hits his man. Now there's a 3-man scrum in the corner for the puck. Comes back behind the net for Miniman. Miniman looking for a man. He tries to hit Fugner just out of his reach. And it's going to go for icing. So 4:28 left here in the first. Blues have a defensive zone face-off to the right of Stutzer. Schneider, Bowers, and Fugner on the ice for forward. Brooks, the real Brooks, and Rubis playing defense. Rubis ties up his man in the corner. Schneider helps him out. Schneider pushes it all across through the corner. Fugner's going to pick it up on the sideboards after taking the hit. Brooks is there to help him out. Brooks moves it forward, nobody there. It goes out into the neutral zone, right to the top of the circle in Affton zone. Bauer's heavy on it. Fugner's there to help. Affton comes away with it. They try to cross. Schneider tips it back to Rubis. Rubis to Brooks. Back to Rubis. Rubis can go for a skate. He tries to hit Fugner far side, and that's going to go for icing again. Affton comes away with that one after the face-off. Puck is sent high off the boards, hits a player. Schneider battles a man. Bowers gets knocked down. Puck goes behind the net. Rubis reverses. He's looking for an outlet. He tries to hit Bowers. Bowers tries to one-touch it. That puck is hit by Affton. Schneider tips it to Fugner. Fugner's going to carry it into the neutral zone. Shakes off a hit. Still fights for it. Bowers is there to help him out. Schneider comes away with it. He crosses, makes a move, gets tied up. Then he takes a big late hit. Puck goes behind the net. Affton comes away with it. Schneider's forechecking. Puck goes off the side of the boards. Rubis is there for it. Rubis looking for a spot. Takes a long shot. Pad saved by the goaltender. They come away with it. Rubis pinches again. That puck is one touch to another Affton player, and now it is a one-on-one coming the other way. Komodowski beats his man to the puck. Goes behind the net. Blues forwards change. Bowers comes away with it, takes a hit, tips it to Smith, who brings it into the Affton zone. He gets it knocked off his stick. Affton comes away with it, chips it off the boards. They got nowhere to go, so they're going to put it behind their own net. Their defenseman reverses again. They go the other way, and now it gets up to the sideboards where they hit their man in the center. Crowley gets back and breaks that up. Komodowski has the puck, gives it to Smith. Smith gives it to Como. Como to Blanchard. Puck is now knocked off the Affton player stick by Komodowski. Long seam pass by Crowley hits Bauer, and then the Blues go in offsides. Neutral zone face-off across from the Affton bench. 2:11 left here in the first period. Blues change up their defensive pair. We have Peterson, Miniman playing defense. The Blanchard line is out with Crowley and Bauer. Bauer 2 goals on the day already. Crowley picks up a loose puck off the skate of an Affton player. He takes a shot. Glove save. It's loose in front. Nobody home. Blanchard takes a shot deflected just wide. Miniman in the corner picks it up. He goes far side. Tries to hit Harris. That puck's bouncing. Blues got to get back now. They've got 2-on-2 coming the other way. Long shot and a goal. So with 1:43 left, Blues now up 3-1 after that goal by Affton. Same line stays out. Nope, we changed lines. So we have Giorgio centering Harris and Zilm. Brooks and Rubis are the defensive pair. Outlet pass by Affton picked up by Giorgio. He goes to Brooks. Brooks steps across the red line, throws it in deep behind the net, takes a bounce, comes out front. Afton's goalie plays it to his defenseman. They hit a seam pass. Good poke check by Rubis, holds that in, and then Affton throws it into their own bench. So that face-off's going to be to the left of the Affton goaltender in their zone. No change in personnel for the Blues. Blues win the face-off. Brooks skates it across, throws it in deep. Harris goes behind the net for it. He shakes off a hit. Puck goes past. Zilm's there. He picks it up. He gets it back to Brooks. Brooks puts it in deep for Harris. Harris back to Brooks on the point. He's going to go to his partner, Rubis. Rubis steps up to the line. Goes far side for Harris. Harris hesitates just a second. And shot gets blocked by the goaltender. No change in personnel for the Blues. 59.3 seconds left here in the game in the first period. Blues win the faceoff back to Brooks. He skates the line, takes a long shot, blocker saved by the Affton goalie. Their defenseman takes it behind the net. They reverse. Here comes Affton. They're going to skate it up the far side, hit their man in the center, one-on-one, coming back in the Blues zone. Pull up, takes a shot, blocked by Brooks, almost goes into the empty net. Giorgio picks it up on the boards. He puts it back in for Brooks. Brooks reverses, sends it to Rubis. Rubis takes a hit in the corner, pushes it forward. Zilm just got lassoed, it looked like. Puck comes out to the point. Long shot, blocked aside by Giorgio. Giorgio to Harris. Harris crosses the red line. 15 seconds left here, drops it for Zilm. Zilm shot on net, paddled to the corner. Giorgio picks it up with 10 seconds left. He tries to reverse back down to the corner for Harris. That gets picked off, and that puck's going to come to the neutral zone, and that's going to do it for the first period. Blues up 3-1. So we will be back to the second period shortly. And here we are for the start of the second period. We've got the Spatansky, Wessel, Boyer line out with Malachi Smith and Komodowski. Long pass by Smith goes wide. It goes to far corner. Icing's waved off. Boyer picks it up. He reverses to Spatansky. Spatansky tries to hit Blanchard. It goes all the way through to Smith. He takes a shot. That goes high and wide. The puck goes out to the corner. Komodowski puts it back in behind deep. Wessel knocks that puck to the corner. He hits Boyer in the middle. Boyer lifts it on it. Goes right to Wessel. Wessel to Smith. Smith's shot blocked. He puts it back into the corner as he didn't have a lane. Tip pass to Spatansky over to Wessel, and the Blues score their fourth goal on a great finish by Wessel after an amazing pass from Spatansky. So Blues go up 4-0, just 30 or 38 seconds, whatever it is. I'm bad at math, sorry, into the second period. So let's go Blues. Blues change up the defensemen. Miniman and Peterson come on the ice. Forward unit will continue with Spatansky, Wessel, and Boyer. Puck is won by the Blues. Peterson reverses to Miniman. Miniman back to Peterson. Peterson goes up the boards, tips it to Boyer. Boyer tips it to Spatansky. Spatansky coming down the far side. Got Miniman breaking for the net. He takes it behind, reverses. Looking for a man, takes the hit, gives it to Boyer. Boyer goes with it, sends it to Miniman. Miniman, long shot, gets through, and it is a save by the Affton goaltender. Blues send out the Schneider line. Bowers and Fugner on the wings. Miniman and Peterson continue. Fugner ties up his man. Schneider hits the guy next to him. Puck squirts out to Peterson. And we're going to have a Blues penalty, it looks like, against Fugner for a cross check. So the Blues are going to keep Schneider and Bowers out on forward. Brooks and, is that Miniman? No, Miniman and Peterson are the defensemen. Affton comes away with it. They get it to the point. They take a long shot, deflected on net. Good save by Stutzer. Rebound also saved by Stutzer. Puck comes out of the zone. Schneider picks it off. He's going to carry it into the zone. Crosses. He takes a long shot, goes wide and high. Puck comes all the way out to the neutral zone. Miniman, nothing to do with it, so he's just going to throw it back in and take the offsides. Refs playing it heavy. They're going to move it all the way back into the Blues zone. So Schneider and Bowers will stay out on forward. Brooks and Rubis come out to play the defensive pair to finish off this power play. 1:41 left in Fugner's cross-checking penalty. Affton wins that face-off. It comes to the point. They go D to D. Step up, target circle, shot. Skate save, deflected out of the zone for Bowers. And, oh, what a great hold-in by Affton. Finally, Rubis able to clear it to the neutral zone. Schneider steps back and covers back. Here comes Affton. They're going to come in. Bowers, good forecheck, is able to hold it in the neutral zone. Puck comes back in. Schneider keeps him to the outside. They drop to the point. Passes far side. Shot. Another pad save. Another save. Schneider or Brooks has it behind the net. He's going to send it far side. That's going to get all the way out, but it's not going to go far enough for icing. Blues forwards go for a change. And here comes Affton right back to the neutral zone. Good touch pass. Coming back, all the Blues got back in time. Rubis hits his man. Puck rolls behind the net. Brooks keeps him to the far side. Nowhere to go with it. Rolls off his stick. His forward partner picks it up. They go far side. Pass intercepted by Bauer. He gets it around one man. Affton grabs it back, sends it far side. They're going to put it in deep. Rubis hits his man after the play. The puck's going to skirt into the corner. Brooks picks it up, goes up the boards. Bauer's there, pushes it forward, knocks the stick out of the guy's hand. He's battling hard for it. They come away with it. Long shot, glove save. And that's going to do it for that threat. 25 seconds left in Fugner's cross-checking penalty. 13-11 left in the second period. Blues lead 4-1. Crowley and Bauer stay up front for this penalty kill. Komodowski and Malachi Smith come out on defense. Affton just leveled their own player. Puck is going to go all the way out of the zone. Crowley on the forecheck. They go D to D behind their own net, far side. Crowley still harassing them. They tip it out to their centerman. Another good play by Crowley to keep that puck there. But now we have trouble. 3-on-1. Long shot. Glove save by Stutzer again. With 12:42 left here in the second period. Blues send out a new forward line. Spatansky comes on the ice. The penalty's now expired, so we have Spatansky, Blanchard, Wessel, which is their line from last year, so they should be familiar playing together. Puck goes around the boards. Defenseman puts it to the sideboards to his winger. He tries to get around, steps past Spatansky. Puck gets to the front. Stutzer covers it. Affton player a little aggressive after the play there. Gets pushed out of the way by the Blues. Blues send out Miniman and Peterson to cover defense. Smith and Como retreat to the bench. Spatansky, Wessel, Blanchard are going to stay out on forward. Puck's dropped, tied up. Affton kicks it forward, squirts out. They try to take a shot. That's skated to the corner by Peterson. Affton throws it back behind the net, and the puck is turned around. Peterson tries to go up the board, stopped by the defenseman. Spots there, can't get it out of the zone. Peterson comes away with it. He goes to his partner, Miniman. Miniman tries to hit Spatansky. That puck is picked off, and now it goes back to their, looks like a winger who's just playing back, or a defenseman, not sure. Puck goes behind the net. Spatansky gives chase into the corner, tips it up to Wessel. Wessel got a man there, can't clear. It goes back in. Wessel tries to put it out of the zone now. Gets stopped by a defenseman. That puck is held just by the skin of its teeth on the blue line there. Peterson reverses to Miniman. Miniman up the boards for Blanchard. Blanchard hits his man. Puck's loose. Another Affton player comes to help. Puck squirts out to the neutral zone. Wessel's hassling his guy. They're going to flip it high in the air. Peterson's going to track that one down. Behind the net for Miniman. Miniman up the boards for Blanchard. Blanchard tips it to Spot. Spot back to Miniman. Miniman makes a move. He's going to try to skate it out. Gets around the blue line, chips it around the boards. Blanchard's chasing it. 3-on-1. Oh, passes deflected, but still gets to Spot. Can't get a good shot off. Goalie makes a pretty good save, though, considering. Puck back into the corner. Spatansky picks it up, sends it back behind the net for Wessel. Wessel sidesteps the hit, keeps going, finally gets knocked down, goes out to Rubis. Rubis to Miniman. Miniman, long shot, skate saved by the defenseman. Kicks it right to his winger, and here comes Affton the other way. They take a long shot, paddled into the behind the net by Stutzer. Stutzer to Rubis. Rubis to Miniman. Miniman tries to go far side. That pass is deflected. Giorgio picks up the loose puck, crosses the zone, goes into the corner looking for a man. Shakes off a hit, tries to reverse to Harris. Knocks the puck right back to Giorgio. Giorgio now battling. Affton grabs it. They throw it up the boards. Zilm now on the ice, hassles him. Puck is thrown on net again, stick to the corner. Rubis picks it up, tries to clear up the boards to Zilm. That puck is deflected by an Affton player. Giorgio hits his man behind. Here comes Brooks with it. He hits Harris. Harris going across the red line, crosses the blue line, makes a move that goes off the Affton player's skate into the corner. Giorgio's going to pick it up. He goes back to the corner for Rubis. Rubis thought about taking a shot, no lane, so he just puts it back in the corner. Affton now up the other way, tried to deflect it to their centerman, nothing going. Good step by Rubis, holds that puck in the neutral zone right as they had a 3-on-2. Harris comes away with it, makes a move. He gets around his man. Harris passes to Zilm, and Blues goal. So Zilm from Harris puts the Blues up 5-1 with 9:31 left here in the second period. Blues make a full line change here. Smith and Komodowski come out to play defense. Then we have the Spatansky, Boyer, and Wessel line out. Boyer carries it into the corner. He gets hassled by an Affton player, takes a hit, but is able to hold the puck there. He's grinding. Puck squirts loose. Affton comes away with it. Spatansky gives chase. They flip it up the boards. Nothing going. Affton finally comes away with it. And they've got a 1-on-3 coming the other way, and he hits it right off of Smith. The puck squirts loose, gets to an Affton player. He takes a shot that goes over the net. Affton now has it on the sideboards. Wessel on a good forecheck or back check holds that puck there. Affton reverses in the neutral zone. Good step up by Komodowski, gets it to Boyer. Boyer's going to put it in deep, and then the forwards are going to go for a change. Schneider now on the ice. We're missing a forward here. Fugner jumps over the bench as they realize it. Smith comes away with it in the neutral zone. He goes far side to Fugner. Yeah, offsides. Good eye by Fugner, noticing that Wessel was still in the zone. He reverses back to Smith. Smith to Wessel. Wessel reverses. Now gets puck knocked off him. Schneider back covering for Smith. Goes far side to Komodowski. Komodowski gets tripped up by the blue line. Afton brings it back in. Schneider's going to give chase. Malachi Smith picks it up. And here come the Blues on a breakout. Smith behind his own net. Skates it to the top of the circle. He gives it to Komodowski. Komodowski far side to Smith. Smith crosses the blue line. Long shot. Glove save. Loose puck. Nobody back covering, so the puck's going to go all the way out. Miniman picks that up. He makes a move, gets around one man. Affton grabs it, and they put it back in. Bowers picks it up behind his net out of the glove of Stutzer. He makes a move, gets around one man. Here comes Bowers. He's got Fugner and Miniman with him. Hits Miniman. Miniman shot. Pad save. Brooks. Peterson fresh on the ice, pinches in. Fugner's back covering. We got all kinds of players opposition, and we got trouble here. One-on-one coming the other way. Man gets to the outside. Shot. Midsection saved by Stutzer. Fugner on the good back check keeps it to the outside. He drops it up the boards. That puck goes right to the defense. Puck back in the corner for Miniman. Somebody's got to go help. Schneider gets there, hits his man. Puck squirts out behind the net. Stutzer can't contain it, so it's going to go to the corner. Big hit by Peterson. Gets the puck to Fugner. Fugner brings it out. He tries to hit Schneider. That pass is intercepted. Here comes Affton again. Fugner on a good forecheck holds it there, and then the puck gets flipped into the stands. So we'll have a stoppage in play with 6:59 left here in the second period. Blues up 5-1. Full line change again. We have the Blanchard, Bauer, and Crowley line up. Rubus and Brooks are playing defense. Blues tie up the faceoff. Rubus comes away with it. He skates far side. Good little pass to Bauer right up the gut. Puck rolls on him. He's able to kick it into the zone. Nobody on the boards there, so the puck squirts back out. Brooks goes far side to Rubus. Rubus goes up, sends it to the Bauer. It rolls on him, comes all the way back into the Blues zone. Rubus goes far side to Bauer. Bauer tries to hit Crowley just behind him. Here comes Affton back in the other way. Bauer picks off that pass, hits it off the boards. Crowley on a seam. Can't control it, but Blanchard's there to pick it. He gets a shot off Crowley there, can't bury. Brandon Bauer comes away with the loose puck. He puts it back in the corner. Crowley's there helping him out. Bauer puts it back deep. Crowley's there to pick it up. He reverses. Blanchard comes to help now. Comes right out to Bauer. Bauer loses it off his stick right before he can take a shot. Affton comes away with it. They go D to D, and they're going to try the other way now. Good forecheck by Blanchard. Holds them back behind the net. They reverse it again. This time they're able to get it up to the sideboards. But good hustle by Bauer breaks that up. Affton gets the puck. They reverse it out and throw it all the way back into the blue zone where Brooks has to pick it up. His D-to-D pass hits off the back of the net, pulls out in front. Rubus gets it back to Brooks. Brooks gets it to Bauer. And here comes the Blues, and they're offsides. So 5:35 left here in the second period. Blues up 5-1. We'll have a neutral zone face-off across from the Blues bench. Giorgio, Zilm, and Harris up front. Smith and Komodowski come out to play the defense. Affton comes away with that face-off. They go to the outside, long shot, try to go high blocker, missed, goes into the corner. Afton's there for it. Malachi hits his man. Giorgio tips it to Harris. Harris tips it to Komodowski. Komodowski far side tries to hit Giorgio again. Giorgio circles, skates the blue line, tries to drop it for Komodowski. Puck rolls on him, comes back out to the neutral zone. Komodowski skates it back to the blue zone, goes far side, hits Harris. Kind of a weird bounce on that pass, hops into the zone. Affton comes away with it. Good step up by Smith, pushes it back into the zone. Giorgio gets in on the forecheck. Zilm now comes in to help on the sideboards. They tip the puck and they're able to get it out of the zone. Good stick by Komodowski, holds it there. He gets knocked down. Komodowski battles it forward. Puck goes back into Afton's zone. They go far side. Good tip by Harris. Knocks it all the way back to the Blues goal. Komodowski picks it up. He goes behind the net. He hits Harris. Harris touch pass to Giorgio. Giorgio far side to Vantine, or Zilm, sorry. Oh, Vantine, if you're watching in New York, we're thinking about you, buddy. Blues tip it. Harris comes away with it. Puts it back in front. Quick shot by Zilm. Couldn't get a lot on it. Gets the net. Blocker saved by the goalie. Afton pushes it behind the net. Malachi Smith pinches in, holds it in the corner. He battles two guys. They grab it. They kick it to the blue line. Giorgio stopped it. His pass squirts out of the blue line to Komodowski. Komodowski back to Giorgio. Giorgio hits Bauer. Bauer chips it into the corner. And here come the Blues. Blues get it to Wessel in front. He gets stood up. Puck comes out to Miniman. Miniman pinches in. He's looking for a play. And watch out now. Affton came away with it. Had they skated it, would have had a 3-on-1. That puck goes all the way down, and it's going to be an icing call. No personnel change for the Blues. Spatansky, Wessel, and Boyer out on forward. Miniman and Peterson continue on defense. Puck goes behind the net. Affton has control. They drop it for their defenseman. They try to reverse. Oh, almost got picked off in front of the net by Wessel, but it's just out of his reach. Affton throws it up. Wessel knocks it down. They're able to finally clear the zone. Spatansky battles, puts it back in. He's on the forecheck now. Oh, almost another turnover. And watch out now. Blues got a one-on-one coming the other way. And good back check. And I guess the ref didn't notice it hit the net. It clearly did, but here we go. Spatansky ups the puck to Wessel. Wessel one-on-one coming the other way. Tags it around his man, gets around, he gets hooked. Then he gets hit really high. No call. Afton's trying to clear it, can't hold it out. Peterson pushes it back in deep. He holds it in the corner. He gets tripped up, and Afton's finally able to clear. Blues try to go far side. That puck's just out of his reach, and they're going to call icing. Blues finish their change. The Schneider line comes out with Fugner and Bowers on the wings. Rubis and Brooks come out, and they're going to play forward, or defense, sorry. Blues push it forward. Bowers has it. Schneider gets knocked down. They push the puck into the zone. Nothing going there. Bowers forechecks behind the net. Affton comes away with it. They push up the wing. Whiffs on a pass. Good back check by Ian. Holds that puck in the zone. Schneider onto the forecheck in the far corner. He hits his man. Puck goes up to the boards. Rubis comes away with it. Rubis, nothing to do. Puts it back into the corner. Schneider's going to pick that up. He hits his man and holds it there. Pushes it forward. He battles two guys. Bauer comes in to help him out. Well, this is fun. We got Bauer and Bowers on the ice. I'll mess that up, I'm sure. Afton comes away with it. Good back check by Bowers. He knocks up that play. Brooks comes away with it. Brooks goes to Bowers. Bowers to Schneider. Across the red line, he hits Rubis. Rubis tips around his man. The rest of the team goes for a change, and Affton regroups behind their own net. Here they come, the far side. They try to chip it down. That's going to go all the way for icing, and they wave it off because it doesn't quite get there. Affton comes away with it. Blanchard grabs the puck off the stick. He gets it over to Crowley, takes a hit, but still makes the play. Crowley crosses the line 1-on-2. He's looking for a play, nowhere to go, takes it behind the net. Affton knocks it off his stick. Crowley's still on the puck. Affton takes it away, sends it back behind their own net. Smith picks it up on the sideboards. He takes a shot. That's skated to the corner by the defenseman. Blanchard's there helping. Malachi Smith comes away with it. He goes, puts it on net, goes right through the crease. Crowley's going to pick it up far side. He goes back to Komodowski. Komodowski back to Crowley. Crowley back to Komodowski. He's got room. He's going to shoot it. Oh, he tries to pass it. Hits the skate of an Affton defender and heads up. Afton's got 2-on-1 coming the other way, and he's offsides by a mile and didn't even see it. So 27 seconds left here in the second period. Blues up 5-1. Blues send out a fresh unit. Giorgio, Harris, and Zilm up front. Miniman and Peterson back. Face off is won by the Blues. Miniman gets it, reverses his partner Peterson. Peterson skates it out of his own zone, crosses the red line. He puts it in on net. That is gloved and held by the Affton goaltender. And we will have a defensive or an offensive zone face off, to the left of the Affton goaltender. Oh, they moved it. Now we're going to the right. Blues win the faceoff back to Peterson. Peterson skates it into the corner, tips it forward for Harris. Harris reverses back to Peterson. Peterson sends it to the point to Zilm, who's covering. Zilm goes far side to Miniman. Miniman shoots. Gets deflected by something in front of the net. And the puck is now bouncing up and down in the air. And that's going to do it for the second period. So Blues up 5-1 going into the third period. We'll be back for the third shortly. And here we are for the start of the third period. Blues will keep the same forward line out. Giorgio, Harris, and Zilm. Peterson and Miniman are on defense. Brooks brings that across the line. I'm sorry, that's Peterson brings that across the line. He takes a hit. Puck squirts out to Giorgio, covering the point. He takes a shot. That's deflected in front. Zilm gets a stick on it, somehow able to get that on net. Good save by the Affton goaltender. Big hit by Giorgio, knocks that puck to Brooks. Brooks, long shot, blocker to the corner. And Giorgio now on the forecheck. Affton's able to put it behind their own net. Their defenseman picks it up. They send it up the boards. And nowhere to go with it, so they just put it into the blue zone. Peterson picks it up. He sends it up the sideboards. Affton steps up, grabs that. They've got numbers coming the other way. Good, the Blues all get back. Puck is out of everybody's reach. Far side goes to Affton. Affton turns, takes a shot, deflected on net, loose puck in front. Comes out to Peterson, and he's had enough of that, so he just throws it all the way down. So Blues will have a defensive zone face-off. It looks like to the right of Stutzer. Brooks and Rubis on the ice defense. The Spatansky, Wessel, and Boyer line is playing forward. Face-off, won by Spatansky over to Boyer. Boyer tries to get around his man. Puck rolls on him a little bit. He gets it into the zone, shakes off a hit. Affton comes away with the puck. They take it behind their own net. They send it far side on the board. Spatansky picks that one off. He turns it back around. Wessel to Boyer. Boyer tries to make a move. Gets tipped off his stick. Comes right back to Boyer. Boyer shoots off a pad. Goes right to Spatansky. Can't get enough stick on it. And no harm done against Affton there. Here comes Affton now. They come bringing it back out. Boyer, he tries to stop his man. Blues defenseman gets checked by a referee. Their pass to the center is picked off by Spatansky. He chips it forward for Wessel. Wessel crosses the blue line with it. Rubis there for it. Wessel has it shot crossbar and goes into the far netting. So offensive zone face-off will be to the right of the Affton goaltender. Schneider, Fugner, Bowers come out up front. Komodowski and Smith on defense. Face-off, won by Affton. They put it behind the net. Bowers chased it to the far corner. Schneider intercepts that pass, gives it back to Bowers. Bowers now battles a man. Affton comes away with it. Schneider hits his man, knocks the puck off. Fugner comes away with it. He skates into the corner. He's looking for somebody. Skates it around. He's going to go to the point to Komodowski. Komodowski go partner to Smith. Smith hits Fugner. Fugner shoots. Pad save by the goaltender. Fugner comes away with his own rebound. Goes to Komodowski. Komodowski to Smith. Smith's pass is tipped. Schneider gives it to Fugner. Fugner shoots. That goes high again. Puck was rolling. Malachi picks it up. He hits Bowers. Bowers tries to hit Schneider. That puck is deflected. Bowers on a good stick gets the puck back to Malachi Smith. Smith to Fugner. Fugner skates it in. He puts a shot on. Schneider's going to pick that up behind the net. Sends it back to Fugner. Fugner up the boards to Komodowski at the point. Komodowski reverses, tries to hit Schneider, and does. Schneider tries to put it in front to Bowers. That puck is deflected. Schneider battles behind the net. Puck goes loose. Ian Bowers there. He tips it to Fugner. Fugner back to Smith. Smith, long shot deflected into the corner off the skate of a player. Bowers picks it up. He battles. Puck goes to the corner again. Fugner's over there. He's battling for it. Hits his man. Affton comes away with it. Schneider goes after his guy. Affton reverses. They go far point. Schneider on the forecheck. Nowhere to go. Affton just throws it in deep. Forward line goes for a change. Komodowski and Smith play with it behind the net. Afton on a good forecheck comes away with it. Komodowski steals it back, sends it behind the net for Smith. Smith reverses. He has it roll on his stick. Affton takes it away. He buries him into the corner, though, so no movement on the puck. Affton on a good little side move. Circle, brings it back out. Unfortunately, he ran right into Bauer, who caused him to turn it over in the neutral zone. Affton now controls the puck in their own zone. They cross their own blue line, cross the red line. Good stick by Bauer, breaks that threat up, and Affton, all they can do is throw it in deep. Peterson picks it up behind the net. He goes up the far boards for Brandon Bauer. Bauer turns, sends it back. It gets out of his reach. Affton picks that off. They go far side. They're going to put it behind the Blues net now. Affton comes away with it. They reverse behind the Blues net again. They reverse to the corner. Blanchard grabs it. He throws it up to Bauer or Crowley. Crowley hits Bauer. Puck rolls on him, and that puck goes into the stands. So 11:48 left here in the third period. Blues up 5-1. Neutral zone face-off will be directly across from the Blues bench. They send out a fresh line. Giorgio, Zilm, and Harris up front. Miniman and Peterson are going to be the defensive pair. And we have a drop. Blues come away with that face-off. They give it to Peterson. Peterson to Miniman. Miniman sends it through the middle, trying to hit Giorgio. Goes in between his legs. Affton picks it up. They're going to throw it back in deep. Peterson gloves it down. He tries to hit Zilm, does. Zilm, best he can do on the errant pass is just tip it, does. Comes back to Giorgio. Giorgio around one man, circles into the corner, tries to go far side for Zilm, nobody home. Giorgio picks up behind the net, tries to go in front. Affton comes away with it. They circle back behind their own net. They go all the way around far boards and heads up. They've got a man on the sideboards. They got the puck. They go to this far slot. Blues in trouble here. They've got a 2-on-0, 2-on-1, whatever. And good back check by Miniman stops that arm. Harris comes away with the loose puck. He crosses the red line, crosses the blue line, gets around a defender looking for somebody in front. Giorgio was streaking. Afton came away with it. The puck strips off his stick. Afton finally able to control it, but turn it right back over to Harris. Harris goes to Rubis. Rubis nowhere to go. He's going to throw it deep. Blues go finish their forward line change. Wessel, Spatansky, and Boyer now on the ice. Good pickoff by Wessel. He's open. He's on his own. Tries to shoot. Gets a little bit of a hook there, but it is what it is. Good defensive play by Affton. They come away with the puck, take it behind their own net. They're going to come up the far side. They reverse. Boyer takes it away, gives it to Spatansky. Spatansky to Boyer. Boyer to Rubis, and he scores. So that puts the Blues up 6-1 with 10-12 left here in the third period on a goal by Rubis. And who knows who had the assist. A lot of Blues players touched that. I think Boyer was one of them. But pretty sure everybody on the ice touched that puck before he shot that. So Blues 6-1, 10-12 left here in the third period. Face-off won by Affton. They reverse D to D. They put it up far side. Rubis hits his man. Brooks picks up the loose puck. He rifles it off the boards just out of the reach of Wessel. Afton brings it back in. They've got 3-on-1 coming the other way. Shot right into the midsection of Stutzer, and he keeps it out. Pushes the rebound as far away as he can. Affton comes back away with it. Their pass is deflected right to Boyer. Boyer gets around his man, tips it up to Wessel. Wessel gives it back to Boyer. Boyer comes in. And the puck was loose on the goal line, but nobody could get a stick on it. Blues send out a fresh unit. They have Schneider, Fugner, and Bowers up front. They have Komodowski and Miniman on defense. Offensive zone faceoff is going to be to the left. Schneider wins that faceoff back to Smith. He takes a shot, deflected to Komodowski. Komodowski sends it in to Schneider. Schneider tips it into the corner. Bowers is there for it. Tries to go back to Schneider. That puck misses him. Komodowski pinches, holds it there. Schneider is helping him out. Komodowski is getting absolutely manhandled on the boards because the Affton player will not let go of his head. And it looks like the Blues are going to go on a power play. I think. I don't know. We'll find out. Nope, they're going to give it to him against both. So Komodowski and number 28 from Affton are going to go to the box. Blues will send out a fresh unit for defense. Oh, no, they just send out Peterson. So Peterson and Smith on defense. No change in forwards. Schneider lines up for the draw. Fugner's pushed back out of the circle. Schneider wins it, goes right between the defensemen. Peterson picks that up, looking for a man. He gives it to Smith, his partner. Smith takes it behind the net. He goes far side, tries to hit Fugner. That puck is put right back in offsides. So we will have a center ice face-off with 9:08 left here in the third period. Schneider wins the draw again, goes back to Fugner, Fugner to Peterson, Peterson to Smith, back to Peterson, goes far side for Fugner. Here comes Fugner with numbers. Schneider going to the net. Shoot! Oh, what a great save by the goalie. Oh, man. Here comes Fugner again. He skates it towards the corner, tries to put it in front, deflects off a stick. Schneider chases far side. Finally, Afton's able to clear it. Now we got a foot race between Peterson and a player. Affton beats him to it. Peterson's there to hit him. They go far side. Fugner's going to have to get out there quick. Unfortunately for Affton, the puck goes just far enough to get out of the zone. They go D to D in their own zone. D to D again. They reverse. Schneider's on his man. Here comes Affton. They've got numbers the other way. Schneider's going to pinch into the corner to help. That puck squirts loose. They're going to just throw it behind the Blues net. Peterson's there to pick it up. He tries to reverse, takes a hit. Malachi Smith gets it. He's looking for a man. He goes far side to Fugner. Fugner tips it, and I guess it hit off an Affton stick. They call no icing. Blues have a wholesale line change. Miniman and Rubis on defense. Blanchard centering Crowley and Bauer on forward. Puck gets around, shot, and goal. So with 7:45 left, Blues up 6-2. A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. It happens. We will continue with Blanchard, Bauer, and Crowley up front. Miniman and Peterson are our defensive pair. Blues win the faceoff. Bauer pushes it deep into the zone. He beats his man into the corner. He tries to put it out front. That's just out of the reach of Blanchard. Crowley picks it up. He tries to put it back to Bauer. Can't do it. Rubis comes away with it. Crosses the slot. Looking for a man. He gives it to Miniman. Miniman skates down below the net with it. He's looking for somebody. He tries to make a pass. Goes right to an Affton player. Good hard back check by Bauer. Keeps that from being a 2-on-1. Bauer hits his man behind the net. Rubis comes away with it. He's going to hit Crowley far side. He's got a semi-break. 1-on-1 now. Shoots. Oh, what a blocker save by the Affton goalie. Bauer on the forecheck disrupts the exit. Blanchard comes in now. It's stuck up in the skates of an Affton player. They're able to finally corral it. Blanchard on the heavy forecheck holds it in their zone. Affton, they go far side now. Cross the red line. Cross into the blue zone. 3-on-2. Watch out. Drop pass. Pad save. And another goal. So 6-3 Blues with 6:38 left here in the third period. Blues send out the Giorgio, Zilm, and Boyer line to counter that last goal. Brooks and Smith will be the defensive pair. Blues getting a little sloppy here. Letting Affton get a couple goals on some minor mistakes. Brooks has it behind the Blues net. Skates it around the corner. Sends it up the sideboards to Zilm. He tips it to Giorgio. Here comes Giorgio and Harris on a 2-on-1. Giorgio over to Harris. Shot and an amazing save by the Affton goaltender. Amazing save. Great play, better save. 6:15 left here in the third period. Blues up 6-3. We have an offensive zone face-off to the left of the Affton goaltender. Here comes Affton 2-on-2. Pass out of the reach of their guy, picks it up off the boards. They got a man streaking in. Their pass is deflected by the Blues defenseman. Here come the Blues 4-on-2 the other way. Crowley crosses in the zone, drops for Zilm. Zilm back to Brooks. Oh, can't get the shot off. Watch out. Here comes Affton the other way, 3-on-2. Malachi Smith back. Zilm gets back. Long shot goes over the bar. Brooks gets it, sends it up to Harris. Harris chips it into the zone. He shakes off a hit. Now he battles in the corner for it. Affton takes it behind the net, reverse to their defensive partner, and they're going to bring it back out on this far side here. Affton makes a move around Wessel. They tip it up across the Blues blue line. Good drop pass, long shot. Goes just wide. Here's Miniman fighting for the puck on the boards. Gets it to Wessel. Wessel back to Miniman. Miniman puts it behind the net for Brooks. Brooks shakes off a hit, gets it back to Miniman. His pass is through the middle of his forwards, and Boyer now hassling the Affton defenseman. Puck squirts out to Wessel. He's all alone, 3-on-1, reverses for Boyer. Boyer looking for a man, nobody there, so he's just going to take it back out, skates it towards the blue line, then he's going to throw it in deep. Wessel battles in the corner. Spatansky's backing him up. Wessel reverses for Spatansky. Spatansky tried to reverse it for Boyer behind his back. Puck's picked off. Affton takes it back behind their own net. Wessel on the forecheck. Boyer now on the forecheck. Comes out to Brooks at the point. He can't get enough on it. Affton comes away with that puck. They circle, get it to their winger, and here they come 3-on-2 the other way. They pull up. They're looking far side. They hit him. The puck hits his skate, goes just wide of the Blues net. Brooks has it behind the net. I'm sorry, that's Peterson. Sorry, same jersey. Afton takes away that pass. Spatansky tries to chip it forward to Bauer. That puck is just out of his reach. Blues wingers go for a change. Spatansky on the forecheck, holds it there. Bauer's fresh on the ice, puts it into the zone. He skates it down the board, shakes off a hit. Spatansky, late on his shift, grabs it in the corner. He's fighting a man. He gets knocked down. Bowers comes in and forechecks. Puck squirts out to Komodowski. Here comes Rubis, far side. He's going to just put it in deep. Spatansky finishes the forward line change. Puck goes behind the net. Good hit by Bowers. Knocks that puck to Komodowski. Komodowski sends it to Schneider. Schneider takes a shot from the point. Deflects right back to Rubis. Rubis, backhand shot on net. Saved by the goalie. They send it over. Puck's intercepted. Schneider now back. Holds his man to the outside. Takes the puck away and causes him to go in offsides. So after that offsides, Blues will have a neutral zone faceoff directly across from the bench. Schneider, Fugner, and Bowers on the ice. Rubis and Komodowski are the defensive pair. Puck goes far side. Affton pulls it back towards their own blue line. They go up far side. Schneider comes in. He hits his man. That pass goes right to the middle. Shot, pad, save. Somebody's got to go to the puck here. Rubis hits his man. Bowers comes away with it. Tries to hit Schneider. That puck is deflected right onto the stick. And Bowers comes away with it. And Blues have a 2-on-1. Fugner and Bowers coming the other way. Bowers to Fugner. Shot. Oh, another save by the goalie. And here comes Affton the other way. 3-on-2. Boys got to get back. Good play by Komodowski. Gets that puck to Rubis. Rubis chips it to Komodowski. Komodowski skates it back in his own zone. He's going to skate it across the red line. He's going to take it in. Here he goes. Komodowski takes it behind the net, reverses, nobody home, sends it back to Brooks. Brooks puts it back deep into the corner. Somebody's got to go. Schneider goes from the far side. He takes the puck off the stick, battles two men. Wessel there, or I'm sorry, that's Crowley there. Affton comes away with it, 2-on-2 the other way. Long shot, high off the far glass. Fugner's going to come away with this one. One man to beat, gets it in deep, and he's going to go for a change. Affton comes away with the puck. They reverse D to D in their own zone. They're going to come out the far side over here. They put it up close. Bauer takes that away, gives it to Brooks. Brooks chips it up. High stick there, not called. Afton's going to put it back in deep. Brooks gives chase. He picks it up behind the net. Fans on the pass, but Smith is there to pick it up. He goes up the glass to Bauer. Bauer tries to poke it forward past the defenseman. Nowhere going. And finally, Blues able to clear. Bowers gives chase. Trips a man, no call. They go far side to Crowley, but he couldn't catch the pass. Smith picks it up. He's looking for a man, gets it over, and Bauer with the hat trick. So Smith to Bauer puts the Blues up 7-3. Brandon Bauer with a hat trick. What an excellent debut for him on this Blues team. And that puts the Blues up 7-3, with a minute 26 left here in the game. Well done. Impressive debut. Face-off won by Affton. They chip it back to their centerman. Good stick by Crowley, breaks up the play, and then a good skate by Smith. Affton comes away with it. They make a move. Another good stick by Crowley, breaks that up. Brandon Bauer comes away with it, tips it to Brooks. Brooks crosses into Afton's zone, gets around his guy. Shot just wide, goes all the way around far side, and here comes Affton 1-on-2 through the neutral zone. They get it around, they push it to the corner. Malachi keeps him out. His pass is deflected, and here comes Bauer on a semi-break. See if he can go for 4. Takes a shot. Pad save, takes another shot, another pad save. and that puck goes into the corner. Affton holds it there, knocks a stick out of Blanchard's hand. Affton comes the other way. Miniman deflects it onto his own net. Stutzer's going to pull it back in and cover it. So Blues, with 31 seconds left here, send out Giorgio, Harris, and Zilm. Peterson and Miniman are the defensive pair. Face-offs to tie up. Miniman comes away with it. He puts it behind the net to his partner, Peterson. Peterson up the boards to Harris. Harris tips it to Giorgio. Bounces off him. Refs are done with this game, so they're not going to worry about that offside. And Miniman reverses back to Peterson. Peterson up the boards to Harris. Harris holds it on the sideboards. 10 seconds left. Giorgio gives it back to Peterson. Peterson reverses. They're just going to eat the last 3 seconds. And that is going to do it. Blues win their preseason debut 7-3. And that's going to do it. So thanks for joining us for the first game of the season. We'll be back tomorrow, I believe, at 9:40 for game 2 of this set here at Centene Community Center. Until then, see ya.